What's going on, people? Welcome back to my channel. Today, again, I'm kind of switching things up with a new kind of video, new style of video a little bit. I keep doing this, I keep doing different types of videos, and I think I'm just doing things I'm interested in at the moment. I just do what I want to do, so that's the explanation of that. If you want to criticize me because it's different than past videos, that's allowed, I get it. But yeah, Leafy is here has been banned off of YouTube, and I think that was a story on the YouTubes, and people knew that, people know that, and this has happened. He's made a new account on a new website called Storyfire, which is, I guess, a website you can post videos and stories. I guess if you got a lit story posted on Storyfire, I don't really know. Anyways, a smaller website. Leafy made an account there. He's posted his first video there, and I found it, and I want to check it out. For those who don't know, Leafy, of course, was banned off of YouTube, and I think he's mad at Google. He's like, you know, why? Yeah, we're gonna check this out. One thing I just found out about Leafy is that he's a millionaire. He's made multiple millions of dollars off of doing this. I just still find that crazy. Anyway, there's a clip I want to show of Keemstar, and he talks about this.
But at the end, Leafy says, how I made $4 million with a $60 mic and surf.
What? 4 million? That's a lot of money. And surf. Does he just mean surfing the internet? Is that all he does? It's insane.
Wow, that's right. For all the hate Leafy's gotten, like, he really did use a $60 crappy mic and made $4 million on YouTube.
I don't know, maybe I'm old school. To me, this young kid, how old is Leafy? I should look that up. So this young kid, 25 years old, Leafy, has made $4 million with just a $60 mic. All he does is kind of talk about his opinion on different topics, and he puts some gameplay in the background. I think it's CSGO, not a very hard game to, you know, most people have that installed that are gamers. Not like CSGO has a very high barrier to entry. You can almost play that game on any computer. He's got a $60 mic, and he just boom talks about what he wants to talk about, and he's made $4 million. It still blows my mind. I have to take a second, like, whoa, that's a lot of money. People win the lottery and they win, you know, $500,000 playing the lottery, and it's like, oh my god, I got so lucky. This guy, 4 million. That's just. But here we go. This is Leafy's Storyfire page. He's got 70,000 subscribers already. I don't know if that's a lot for him. I think it's not that many. I think he had multiple millions on his YouTube channel, but that's okay. 70,000 is still a lot.
I'm just on Twitter now.
What? First thing he says, I think I'm just on Twitter now. Oh my god. Imagine only being on Twitter. That was your only social media. Man, I feel like Twitter can be a little bit negative. That's like sometimes the one place where people just swarm on the downward negative. I just link in the bio. His link is in the bio, LOL. That's funny that he put that in there. This guy's got millions of subscribers. He doesn't need to say this.
I just sold all my Google stock. I deleted the YouTube.
He's always talking about stocks. I watched some of his past videos that were on YouTube before they were taken down. He's always talking about, well, not always, he was talking about stocks a couple of times. This young kid, I guess he's got so much money, he's invested it, but it's crazy. Like he's a young kid giving advice about stocks to other, like, I'm assuming young kids who watch his content. It's just it's odd, right? Is this odd? Should we take his stock advice? Probably. Maybe.
I blacklisted google.com from my web browser. I refuse to even use Google Maps. I'm going to be using the Apple Maps only. I'm not using Google Maps, and I'm going to be using for the rest of my life Bing.com just in spite of Google.
So he's just going in against Google. Obviously, Leafy's mad at Google. He's upset that he got banned. That's too bad. He's saying he's not going to use any more Google products, Google.com, Google Maps. I forget what else. Do you guys think he's serious? Do you think he's actually blacklisting all the Google stuff around him? He's probably pretty mad at them. Like, sometimes watching this guy and I listen to him talk, you don't know where to draw the bar of when he's lying and when he's exaggerating and when he's, you know, just straight up telling the truth. Like, I don't know where that bar is. I do think he probably is mad at Google. And do you think he actually uses Apple Maps instead of Google Maps? Sometimes Apple Maps is not as good as Google Maps. There is a difference on there sometimes.
Facebook and Microsoft stock, all because they're in direct competition to Google.
So he's so mad. He's sold all of his, I guess, millions of dollars in Google. I don't know how much money he put in Google. He sold all of his stock in Google, trying to devalue the Google stock, and he's put it into their direct competition, such as Amazon and what was the other one, Microsoft. To me, those are the moves of like a legitimately upset person. He's not happy. He's mad. He wants to be back on Google.
Now, I'm not going to short Google because I feel like that'd be a dangerous combo with how much I hate Google.com. But the day that Google starts...
For those who don't know, shorting a stock means you're betting a stock goes down. It is more risky than betting a stock goes up. There's more involved. But shorting a stock, that's probably a bad idea in the long run. I don't know. So the fact that he's not doing that is probably smart. You gotta be careful, bro.
It's crashing and we see a tech bubble collapse and pop. I'm gonna be celebrating. I'm gonna buy a Lamborghini that day. I'm going to be jumping up and down with joy. I want Google stock to plummet into the ground. I want it to crash.
Whoa, so he's saying the day that there's a tech crash and Google plummets, he's gonna buy a Lambo in celebration. Although I do feel like if there's a tech crash and you put money into the competition of Google, I'm guessing Amazon and Microsoft are probably going to go down as well. I don't know. And then he starts talking about the layoffs. I think he's going to say he's happy about layoffs on Google. If there's a crash, dude, you're going crazy. This is maybe too far. Maybe too far. Like, people's lives are involved working for these companies, right? Like, how much do you guys think he's being sincere and how much he's like exaggerating a little bit? Maybe this is what he does. He's really good at what he does, commentaries over top of videos. And maybe he's saying exactly what we think we want to hear. Like, he's saying, oh yeah, people think I got banned on YouTube. They think I'm going to be super mad. I'm going to talk about that. And he talks about that, and he plays it up. He exaggerates a little bit. Maybe he's just really good at talking, Now everyone can say, oh, Leafy, so mad.
Get on the news as I just watch it from my computer screen. Dude, I can't wait for that day. And in the midst of all this, I want Zuckerberg to buy Google. I want him to take over. Any Facebook investors out there, I'm with you. If you're with Amazon, I'm with you.
So
if you're
weird.
with Microsoft, I'm with you. If you're with Tesla or Nike, I mean, you don't really have anything to do with Google, but still, I'm with you, man.
Hey, if you buy Nike, that has nothing to do with you, but Leafy's with you.
Wake up and I check my Excel documents and whatnot, and I see Google's dropped like 0.25% or
What? Leafy just said, every day I wake up and I check my Excel documents and I see Google's dropped that percent or two. What? Who checks Excel documents to see if a stock goes up or down? Like, why not just check the stocks app on your phone or the internet? That's a strange morning routine, Leafy. That's weird. What, do you go to your fridge to check for the toast? Is that a part of your morning routine too? When you brush your teeth in the morning, do you go in the closet just because you're different? I mean,
2% or 1%, I'm celebrating. I don't even have anything to gain from that. I look forward to the day where Google stock plummets, and guess what? It's going to happen because their price to earnings is...
He is talking about stats on the Google stock. These is a whole bunch of information. Somewhere on here, there's price and there's earnings and there's a ratio somewhere. I can't figure it out. What kind of world are we living in, man? This young kid is going in depth about stocks. Like, look at this. This is what he's presenting to people, and people are watching this. Millions of kids are watching this, and they're like, oh yeah, Google, yeah, price to earnings ratio. Yeah, that makes sense. It's like, who would have ever guessed this would have been the most entertaining content to young kids on YouTube in 2020? No one. I gotta hand it to Leafy. The fact that he's making this, look at this screen over here. He's making this interesting to millions of people. Kudos to him. He's doing something that is unique, I guess. Is interesting somehow, and it's a skill.
Get that shit compared to Facebook. All you people betting against
Facebook better than Google, although Twitter always the homie. I think he's trying to give like advice on what to invest in. Like, I think that's what he's doing.
Mark Zuckerberg, you're gonna get what's coming, dude. I love Zuckerberg.
Wow, honestly, I kind of am still taking this all in. I almost don't know what to think. On one side, it's like, man, someone being banned, that's not great. That sucks. He's a content creator. He's obviously very good to have all these subscribers and followers. To get banned like that off of the biggest video site, man, it just seems unfortunate. On the other hand, though, he might have been attacking people unfairly. I don't exactly know. I don't know if anyone knows really. I guess I'd say it's just kind of unfortunate that this guy couldn't find a way to create content that everyone could be happy with, if he couldn't find a way to somehow exist in today's climate. Yeah, I think that's kind of how I stand. I wish he was able to find a way to make his content acceptable to YouTube, and then he could exist and maybe piss off less people or something like that. That'd be crazy. Anyway, guys, just a quick little video. Hope you enjoyed it. Check out some of my other stuff. I do meme reviews, stream highlights, and Warzone content, stuff like that. Check those out, and drop a like if you're still here and if you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time.